The gentle ripples of Lake Mälaren in Sweden. The soft hum of an old steamship cutting through the water. Just another peaceful night on this little Swedish voyage. But not on the 16th of May 1900. Well, the year 1900 exactly. Yeah. That night, the passengers aboard of the steamship Prins Carl found themselves in a nightmare. A walking, waking nightmare. They were hunted through the decks by a ruthless murderer. So yeah, this is the true story of one of Sweden's most infamous massacres, and the man that turned a simple ferry trip into a blood-soaked horror. Let's get into it.
Morbid History.
The Prins Carl was a modest steamer ferrying passengers across Lake Mälaren, making its way from Arboga to Stockholm. That evening, the ship carried around 20 souls, ordinary men, women and children, expecting nothing more than a quiet little voyage. But among them was a certain Johan Filip Nordlund, a 25-year-old man with a dark plan and an even darker heart. The man of the hour, our Nordlund, was no stranger to crime. He was a career criminal, freshly being a Swedish hard sometimes, with the words. Either way, he was freshly released from prison, and he was angry at society. He lived in a society, that's hard. And he decided this day that he was gonna embark on this steamship, slaughter everyone aboard, and steal everything he could. All the money, all the boats, treasures and money. Yeah, his motive was purely financial. Stealing everything of worth, taking the lives of every innocent person there, and then to set the entire boat ablaze and escape with his ill-gained loot. As the ship moved under the cover of night, Nordlund struck. His first victim was Captain Olof Rönngren, whom he ambushed from behind. He moved savagely around to sleeping passengers and even grabbing a revolver and using that, showing no mercy as he just cut down those unfortunate enough to cross his path. 5 people were sent to meet their maker that fateful night. The first one was Captain Olof Rönngren, who was shot first to cause some chaos on the ship. Then there was the only 19-year-old farm worker named Julius Åkerlind, who was shot while he was sleeping. And next was a mother of 2 named Lovisa Karlsson. She was actually stabbed right in front of her poor children. He was so harsh with that the knife actually broke apart inside of her. And then it ended with 2 men called Lars-Erik Falk and Carl-Henrik Holmér, who were tragically shot in the upper part and 1 in the chest. That was not all. 8 other people were left clinging for dear life after all that massacring going on from very gruesome injuries. But now Nordlund's little plan was unraveling. Mayhem erupted faster than Nordlund could have imagined, and not being able to finish his entire plan, he quickly fled in a lifeboat, leaving the bloodied Prins Carl adrift. He made it to shore, but his freedom was very short-lived. Authorities, outraged by the brutal massacre, swiftly tracked him down. After his capture, he said these chilling words: "This was my revenge on humanity, and you're lucky I didn't take the train, then many more would have demised." What a sensible man. That was sarcasm. Don't come for me. In a trial that gripped Sweden, Johan Filip Nordlund was sentenced to execution. And on December 10th, 1900, he met his own grim fate under the executioner's axe. And as thus, he became one of the last criminals in Sweden to face capital punishment. I think he was actually the second to last to get that, so. Well, he got what he deserved, so yeah. And to this day, the massacre aboard of the Prins Carl remains one of Sweden's most horrifying crimes. But of course, it's not very well known outside of Sweden, so I hope you learned something new, and yeah, let me know down in the comments, what did you think about it? I don't think there's much to think. It's pretty straightforward. He was an asshat. And yeah. Like, comment and subscribe. It really helps the channel. It doesn't hurt you, but it helps me so freaking much. And giant thanks to my lovely members over on Patreon and here on YouTube. It's thanks to you I'm able to do these videos, so I'm forever and ever grateful for the help. Thank you. And as always, stay hydrated, stay amazing, but most of all, stay morbid, and I'll see you soon. Bye bye!